Arrow fans, this episode was so good. I cannot wait to jump into this. But first, welcome to my channel. This is TheMrDarkPhoenix here with Batman and Spider-Man, bringing you guys the latest episode of Arrow. If this is the first time you're catching my channel, hit that subscribe button because I post video content about Arrow and all kinds of comic book geekiness every week, and I would love to have you guys a part of the nerdy geeky family that we have here on YouTube. Just be careful of spoilers. If you haven't seen the episode, come back when you have. And if you have seen it, let's jump right on in. Arrow Uprising. First off, can we talk about how he was like, are you that red streak I've been hearing about on TV? And he was like, wrong city. I was out of my mind because I was like, I literally had to turn on my TV's closed captions. I was like, streak. I'm like, wait, does that mean you're gonna like kill him or something? But I was like, there goes your Flash reference. Like, I love how they can bounce off each other, and I'm looking forward to more of that, and including somebody else on that, like someone else. It doesn't matter, but hopefully they'll meet up with Constantine and they can throw out references to him and all that good stuff that he does. Lance calls out Roy was another really, this episode was full of like snarky one-liners and like them shut your mouth moments. Like, detective, come on Harper, I don't know what you're talking about. You wear a red hood. I've seen you fire a bow, and what, you think you're gonna change because of some leather and lace? And I was like, oh, shots fired, shot down, bitch, sit down. Like, here's the sit the fuck down chair, sit in it. Like, I couldn't. I loved it, and I'm like, you figured out, you and Thea can figure out that he's the red one, but yet you can't figure out Oliver is the green one. The Arrow and Oliver Queen both go missing, and no one notices. Best, you know what? Merlin's origins and his future badassery. Merlin's origins are actually quite sad, and it was one of those, like, you know he's one of those villains where he feels like he's saving the world, which makes him an even worse villain. He's like Ra's al Ghul, or Sinestro, or Lex Luthor. It's like, in your head, you're protecting the world, so you don't see the evil that you're doing. Then you get what needs to be done and all that stuff, so in the future when you're a badass, you're kind of better for it. Full-on assault, best fight scene, best group fight scene. Everybody got their own little time to shine. Laurel got some time to shine. Roy got his time to shine. Diggle did some stuff. Even Sin was doing some stuff. Like, bravo for bringing Sin back. And speaking of people coming back, Ted came back and kicked ass. I was so excited to see him because I've been like talking to him on Twitter. I was like, are we gonna see you in that big fight scene in the Glades? And he was like, anything can happen. And I was like, okay. So I didn't have my hopes up because I know he's on another show, so I was like, okay, maybe he won't show up in this episode. But then I saw him and I was like, oh my god, like, I loved it. I seriously did. And, you know, at least Ted was like, at least you can fight better than you can lie. And I'm like, go on, Ted. You teach that girl some good stuff. Sin spills the beans about the new canary. Hopefully he'll take it better than the first time, because I don't want to see him find out at all. So, yeah. So Bloodhaven's been name dropped again. And the magician trains Oliver, which I actually cannot wait for, because Oliver Queen is actually a very trained and accomplished swordsman. So the fact that he's getting training from Merlin is going to be amazing. And the fact that him and Thea got training from Merlin, come on. That is pure speedy Green Arrow stuff right there. You're both trained by the magician. I hope they introduce Natas soon. I really hope they do. And Olicity feels, you know what? I am getting really tired of having one episode where Olicity feels like it could happen, and then the next episode where you just rip out my heart and all this stuff. But I seriously feel like Felicity was way out of line. Like, you're upset because of what? Like, come on. You have to do things in order to protect the city. You didn't mind when he shot the first Vertigo 3 times with arrows and killed him because he was going to kill you. And now that he's working with Merlin, that seems to be what? You went into that fight with Ra's al Ghul blind and should have died because of it, but you didn't, so that's fine. But still, you have to do things, you have to work with people. That's the whole point of being a hero. That's the whole idea of all of this. But like always, I'm gonna call Oliver Tywin Lannister for this because Laurel and Roy and Diggle and them were Tyrion, and Oliver's Tywin. Why do I say that? Because they won the battle, but Oliver took credit for it. I'm going to let that marinate in y'all's heads for a minute. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and for watching this episode. Comment questions of the day. First comment question of the day is, do you think Felicity was out of line, or do you think she was right to be mad at Oliver for working with Merlin? Comment question to number 2. Would you work with Merlin in order to assure your city's safety and to get some badass sword skills out of it? Comment down below and let me know what you guys think and what you thought of the episode. I cannot wait to talk to you guys about it. Always remember that through good times and bad times, remember to geek out and enjoy your lives, and I'll catch you guys next week for some more Arrow and tomorrow for the comic stand.